Finally, nice to meet you, Tom.
Nice to meet you, Dave.
Thanks for coming in. It's taken a while. Apologies. It's taken a bit longer than we expected because we're shocker. We've got loads of people coming in.
Of course you are, lad. Don't worry about it.
Better late than never. Use one of your tunes.
You said it. I ain't going to say it.
Yeah, I had to get that in. Played that in a bit, actually, but you're going to have 2 tracks. Let's just get a bit of background on the Kairos. It is the Kairos.
Yeah, it is the Kairos.
Kairos.
I was going to pull you on it, but...
I know. Well, no. I'm glad let's get that
I think you're right, to be honest. I'm sure it's Greek. I think Kairos is Greek and Kairos is Greek. So I think you've been saying it right, let's be honest.
That's it. I've hedged my bets on both. I've said Kairos, I've said Kairos, and I've said, what is it? And I asked you, and I said it right, and I said I changed it round. I'm thinking, it is a bit ambiguous, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. Me and the lads had a chat. Do I walk in and tell him he's been saying it wrong?
I think I've done 50-50. I've said Kairos a couple of times, and I've said Kairos.
So you said, well, you cover both bases.
Cover both bases there. Why is it the Kairos?
To be honest, lad, I think I remember when we was looking for a name. And we was bashing a few round. We was only about 15 or 16 at the time, and we couldn't think of anything clever, so I think we just threw it into Google. I think we just, I saw something like best words in the English dictionary or something, and we just seen Kairos or Kairos. I think it means the opportune moment. Not that means like anything to us, like, but just, I think it just sounded good.
Yeah, very arty, isn't it, that one?
Thank you.
So you're here today, Tom, but the other boys are not. Good to have you in. You're going to have 2 acoustic tracks. Who else is in the band? Give them a full name check and, introduce us to the Kairos.
So you got Lewis Chambers, who's me right-hand man on the lead guitar. He's fantastic. He does a bit of the songwriting himself. And then there's Owen Forrester, who's on the bass. He writes a few of the songs. And then you've got Sam Bradley. He tries to write a few of the songs. He ends up on the bridge. But he's the drummer. No, everyone's called. He does a bit of backing vocals as well, Sam.
He's not going to be happy about that, is he?
It doesn't matter.
You don't care.
I tell him every day.
But you've been mates for 7 years now in terms of the band, haven't you? 7 years you've been going.
I met Sam first, and we kicked off the band, came up with the terrible name, and then met Owen a bit later. I think Owen actually came to a show at first at the Zanzibar and ended up joining a couple months down the line, and then Lewis was even later. I met Lewis at college, but just a load of happy accidents, really. We all met each other along the way, and that's the lineup you see now.
Were you the instigator, Tom? Did you start it off? Did you start the ball rolling?
I'd say it was me and Sam, to be honest. Me and Sam. I met Sam at Lipper because we went to like a summer school kind of thing. It was
the
like
sixth form thing? Yeah,
it was like an introduction thing. We didn't end up at the school or anything. I don't think they'd have us, but we met Sam there, and then we said, I think we actually ended up, our favourite bands were the same. I think we both like Kasabian, the likes of Oasis and Arctic Monkeys and them. And we was both looking to be in a band at the time. And like you said, that was 7 years ago, so I've been stuck with him ever since.
You're not giving many plaudits out here to the rest of the members now. You're on your own tonight.
He knows what I really think.
So yeah, you mentioned Oasis there, but there is a definite love and influence of certainly Oasis, Kasabian, Beatles in there, isn't there?
Yeah, man. What's the point in hiding it? It's like, that's what I've listened to all my life, do you know what I mean? And the other lads would say the same, so, I think it sounds good.
Given all the tracks you've uploaded to us, and this is just my opinion, I'd say definitely things took a shift around about 2019, just before COVID. Remember that time? We sort of had a new set of tracks in, because I think you went into Motor Museum around then, didn't you?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're right. I think very formative time for the group, because we was 18 at the time, so I think we started the band at 15 or 16, and we're 23 now, so you change quite a bit, and it's a massive learning curve for us, especially stuff like you said, going into the studio and writing and stuff. When I think back to like the likes of 2019 and when we first started, our music it's taken a journey, and we're proud of it. It
was Loic, wasn't it? Loic Gillard you work with on some of the early tracks, Motor Museum ones.
Yeah, the early ones was Loic, and then I think Loic moved away, and we've now been recording with Ben Harper ever since, who's nailed our sound, and we were all really happy with
it. Yeah,
he's
doing some magic, isn't he, up in Lark Lane?
He's quality. It's the investments he puts into the music, Dave. He really enjoys it, and if I think I'd be safe in saying that he really enjoys our music. You'd have to ask him, but he does it. He's really good.
And it's a nice place to record up there, isn't it? Not a nice, it's a nice street to have a pint and have something to eat, but also as well, it's a nice studio. It's a nice complex up there in Mouse Museum.
I think it's the nicest street in Liverpool. I think it's the nicest area in Liverpool.
It's just been voted that actually the other week.
Has it?
Yeah, it was one of the areas to live. Most sorts out areas to live, apparently Sefton Park and Lark Lane.
It's lovely.
Coincidentally, but that studio is it's got that Mediterranean vibe, hasn't it? It's like it's got the history as well. Loads of bands have come through. Probably some of your bands that you like as well have played there, haven't they? Because
I don't know, Catfish have been there, Oasis have been there, 1975 have been there. It's just the history of the building as well. You know, it takes some getting used to, actually. Like, you know, like red light syndrome, stuff like that. When you're in that building, it's crazy. Yeah,
it's a nice place that actually, and you know the lads, Al Groves has done a magnificent job early days with that one as well. And the brick drum room is really good.
Stone room, yeah.
The stone room, yeah.
The sound you can get out of that room, I know Sam raves on about that. He says it's good.
The Kairos, just Tom in tonight, and we'll play one shortly as well. We'll find out what you've chose to pick out. You're going to start with something that we have played, but you're going to do acoustic version of it. What are you going to start with?
I'm going to do Trip Through the Night.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Still thinking twice. Take one at a time. We'll take the long way round, find the way back down. I love. Why don't we sit here, grab another drink, didn't trip through the night. If I could tell you how I'm feeling, all of this is sinking, and we could be alright. It's not all your fault. There's stuff that can't be told. We'll take the long way round, find the way back down. I love. So why don't we sit here, grab another drink, didn't trip through the night. If I could tell you how I'm feeling, all of this is sinking, and we could be alright. And it's one less thing to carry, and it won't take long. The truth is scary, so count your days and learn to pass their time. So why don't we sit here, grab another drink, didn't trip through the night. If I could tell you how I'm feeling, all of this is sinking, and we could be alright. We could trip through the night. Why don't we sit here, grab another drink, didn't trip through the night. If I could tell you how I'm feeling, all of this is sinking, and we could be alright. We could trip. And it's one less thing to carry, and it won't take long. The truth is scary, so count your days and learn to pass their time. And it's one less piece to puzzle. You rest your brain, and now you're done with the struggle. We do just fine, still tipping through the night.
Good one.
Thank you.
Live version of Trip to the Night. The Kairos, Tom's in, and we're going to have another one in a second. That was the song you said on the upload when you put up that's the song you always wanted to write.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Songwriting's been a hard one for me. It's been a massive learning curve because, you know, like you said before with the influences and stuff, I think for the longest time, I think especially if you start a band at 15, 16, you can use them influences almost like a comfort blanket because writing songs is dead vulnerable and you can almost stick too close to them influences. But that was the first song where I wrote it and I thought, you know what, that's quite original. That's quite, you know, I'm proud of it. Do you know what I mean? I know the lads are proud of it as well.
Sounds good, just you in the room as well, just you doing it acoustically. So
thank you.
Doing it and with the full band.
Do you hear that, boys?
Yeah, getting plenty of stick tonight, aren't they? Getting plenty of stick. Plenty coming up. We'll talk about it in a sec.
No, don't worry about it.
We'll talk a bit more about our plans for this year because, of course, Red Rum Club, you're going to be supporting them, which is a big show, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, a bit surreal, to be honest. I remember getting a phone call. We was actually over in Birkenhead when we got the phone call off the manager saying, you know, we'd landed on the lineup, and then I got told about who was on the lineup, and I just thought, how we managed to jump on that? It's crazy.
Proper Scouse night, that, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
You got the K's, they're just out of town, but you've got like Red Rum Club, of course, the main headline. Yourselves, Cheap Thrills as well, I think you know them.
Yeah, Cheap Thrills are like big brothers to us, man. They've looked after us since we were about the age of 18, 17. We first played with them, and you know they've given us so much advice and looked after us. It's proud to be on that lineup, to say the least.
It's a great lineup, isn't it? I like them. I like the Cheap Thrills.
Yeah,
played all the tracks well. Lou was in the other week as well, playing some just like you actually, just acoustic guitar. Just him came in for the session, but yeah, it's going to be a good night. They're looking forward to that on the 5th. Come along to see that. It should be a good one. That all the best with that one.
Nice one, Dave.
Play something now. What have you picked actually out of the ones that we've got here? Are we going to play Better Late Than Never?
Go on, let's go with
it. Makes perfect sense given the time we waited on this. But, we'll play this now. This is the Kairos.
I felt like I was waiting. I felt like
Better Late Than Never, one of the recent tracks from the Kairos. I've got Tom with me just to talk about plans. They're supporting Red Rum Club at the M&S Bank Arena. Just mentioned that one before. A big show in town, proper Scouse night in Liverpool. You've been right across the festival circuit though, haven't you? Been played a lot of the major festivals, Isle of Wight and everything else. You've been quite involved with most of the Fezzies.
Yeah, we've done our fair share so far. I think Isle of Wight's been like a second home to us. I think we played that 2 years on the bounce now. We're going to Why Not for the first time this summer. And we're making a return to Sound City in May. Excellent. That we haven't played since we were, I think, 2017, 18.
Yeah, first weekend of May, that one, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Can I ask you about the awful time? Can we talk about that or not?
Yeah, of course.
It was a difficult time, wasn't it? Like 2020, awful time for you. And what happened in city centre Liverpool when you were out with Lewis, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Must have been traumatic, a terrible time for yourself and the band.
Me and Chambers have spoke about it in length, obviously, but... that, like you said, it was 2020. It was weeks before we went into lockdown. I don't know. It was such a turbulent time because that happened, and then I was in bed for about 3 weeks. And by the time I could get out of bed, we were in lockdown. So
yeah, everyone was in bed.
Yeah, but me and him look back on that now like it was a lifetime ago. But really important time in our lives. I think a lot of big decisions were made around that time, and. I can only thank my family and friends, and Lewis is the same. We're all the same because we had such a big support network around us, helping us, giving us a lift. So yeah, and that goes out to everyone as well who sent messages and sent love around the time. There
was a lot of support. Liam Gallagher even sent a nice message, didn't he? Got involved in that as well.
Yeah, I thought my dad had typed that one out. I didn't quite believe that one.
But thankfully you're still here making music, the band, it hasn't sort of disjointed the band and everything else, because it must have been a difficult time, not only with the stress and everything else that went on surrounding that incident, but also as well the fact that thinking about the band and the future and everything else, and you just started off, you were getting it together, a lot of pressure really for you.
Yeah, like I said, loads of big decisions were made, but I do think we came back stronger, and it gave us a real reflection of how important this was to us, and we took the time, especially with the lockdown that followed and stuff, we took the time to look at what we were doing right and what we were doing wrong. And there's obviously a danger in overthinking everything, but we needed that, I think. It was a nice breather for us. We took the good from the bad, I suppose.
You've got new ideas, you've got new songs, a full year ahead, some Fezzies, Sound City, the M&S Bank Arena. Anything else coming up that you can tell us later in the year?
We are looking to announce our next Liverpool headline, but I think all of that's fairly under wraps for now, but just for if anyone's interested to keep an eye out, because it's a big one for us. It's a big step up.
Okay, a little bit of a teaser there from Tom's teaser. Let's have another one from you. What are you going to do for us?
This one's Lazy Lethargic.
Okay, thanks a lot.
You're back at it again. Forgot about your friends, living to pretend. Some shy life now, tell them why you now. You never seem to see the possibility that she might know how the story goes, so keep it on her toes. Live and breathe the codes of conduct, please. Believe it when I see what it truly means to turn the burners on quickly. Live in the fast lane, live in the fast lane, live in the fast lane with me. Keep it moving on and learn to take the fall. Got me coming around now. Keep it moving on and learn to take the fall. Got me coming around now. With nothing left, you might try to run, but the truth is you've got too much pride. Would you even mind to say it, even try to give up on the smoke? Because he's lazy, lethargic, barely even started. He's so laid back, he could fall over. He's lazy, lethargic, barely even started. He's so laid back, so laid back, so laid back, so keep it moving on and learn to take the fall. Got me coming around now. So take your time. Sun shines bright. So take your sweet time, measure time. Spin my mind, watch me hit the ground.
Nice one.
No worries.
Thanks for doing the two for us, including that one, which I'm sure you'll be doing next Friday.
Yeah,
'Cause
man.
It's the festival one, isn't it? It's the euphoric one for the crowd, for the
That's the
first
one.
season.
All the big hitters,
Big
Dave.
hitters, M&S Bank Arena, Sporting Red Drum Club and Sound City as well. Thanks for coming in. All the best this year.
No worries, Dave. Nice to finally meet you.
And you. Nice one.